Hey guys, getting ready with me. It is currently 7:01, so let's go. Now I'm just gonna cleanse my face with the CeraVe Acne Control Cleanser. Alright, so now I'm gonna moisturize my face. I'm gonna go in with some hyaluronic acid. And then I am going to go in with this moisturizer from Salt XL. And then after those two, I'm gonna go in with this vitamin C hyaluronic dark spot cream. Can I just talk about how good God is for a second? I have been struggling so hard these past few weeks, and literally he is the only thing that keeps me going, that keeps me wanting to do better and just to live a life that not only glorifies him, but a life that I can enjoy and have fun. Sorry, it sounds so weird. I was at the Maverick City concert last night, and it was so great. It was so nice seeing just people around my age and my age just worshiping the Lord and really just trying to grow their relationship with God. And I met the nicest people. It was so nice. And yeah, I just had a great time, and I just really needed that and just needed some extra encouragement because I haven't been feeling down, mostly about myself, because I've been getting at myself for every little mistake I've been doing and whatnot, and just kind of being my worst critic, and taking things that people say to heart. So yeah. Okay, next I am going to go in with the Stay Naked Correcting Concealer by Urban Decay. My shade is A0WR, I think. But anyways, I just take a little bit of that and I'll put it on my eyelids. It's kind of weird, but my eyelids are the darkest part of my face, and I really want to brighten up my eyes so that that's the first thing people notice, but really just kind of make me look more awake, especially after last night's concert. But yeah, just also I got to see one of my favorite artists ever, Naomi Rain. She is literally so beautiful, not just on Instagram or whatever, but in person too. And she was just preaching the whole night. She was really speaking to me, everything I was kind of going through or thinking about myself, she spoke about, and it was just kind of that little message from God that I'm not the only one who thinks like that, And it's nice to know that I'm not the only one who's trying to seek God and have a closer relationship with it. And it's nice to know that I'm not the only one who makes mistakes and who sins and who falls into temptation, And sometimes I forget that. Sometimes I forget that we're all broken people at the end of the day. And it's just a nice reminder that I'm just not the only one. I'm not alone in this battle, in this fight, But yeah, and now I'm just going in with this eyeshadow palette. I got it from my grandma 3 years ago. It's really that. It's just one of those off-brand palettes that you get from TJ Maxx or something. But I've been using it for years now. That's why my favorite eyeshadow that I put on every day is almost gone, because I put it on almost every day. But this is just supposed to help brighten up my eyes a little bit, brighten up my face. I feel when you focus more on the eyes, and then it kind of brightens up your whole face as a whole. And me personally, when I am talking to somebody, the first thing I do when I'm talking to somebody or I'm looking at somebody is their eyes. I always look at people's eyes. So I'd like people to look at my eyes and like just make eye contact with me when I am speaking. But yeah, it's just like learning how to like have faith in God and just handing everything over to him, because sometimes I won't do that and I'll just keep trying to figure things out on my own and trying to navigate life on my own, and then it doesn't work out, and then like I'm literally crying and like stressed out and overwhelmed. But like I feel like this is what we all struggle with, is just kind of like handing things over to God, like certain things or situations that are way out of our control. And I'm starting to learn like the things that I have control over and the things that I don't have control over. One thing I have control over is my tongue, and I really need to watch what I say or how I say things to people, because that is like one of the biggest things that I struggle with currently. And so just realizing like just watching what I say before I say anything, but as well as like if I say something, like I can't go back and like unsay it, you know? I just gotta own up to it and be like, yeah, I said that was me, I'm sorry, you know? As well as like giving people grace and just not like judging people. I feel like that's like a big thing nowadays, like especially with like cancel culture. People are so quick to just judge people by what they've done in their past and not like get to know them as a person of where they are right now, you know? And I just feel bad because I don't want people to judge me by what I've done, you know? And so I don't want to judge people by what they've done in the past. So I am trying to do better about that. And low-key, like, I'm a people person. I talk to everybody. Like, I talk to everybody's ops and bobs. Like, I do not care because they're not my ops and bobs. They didn't do anything to me, you know? And, like, I get, like, wanting to, like, be there for your friends and, like, not, like, talk to your friends' bops or ops or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, we're all people. We all make mistakes, you know? Nobody's perfect. And sometimes people on either side are wrong. So you just have to find like the middle ground. And I hate seeing people like eat lunch alone or just like hanging out with themselves alone at an event, because like an event, like especially like at church events, like that's a time of fellowship. That's a time when you're supposed to be talking and just getting to know other believers and to like worship God together, you know, and to build those relationships and connections. And so when I see people alone at like church events, I always go up to them and like talk to them, because that's like really important, you know? And like nobody in the kingdom of God should be left alone by his or herself, you know? Alright, now I'm gonna just curl my lashes. Oh, and I did like this little like shimmer eyeshadow in my eye corner. Actually, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Brow Glue. I use the clear shade, and so just gonna go in with that. And then I just kind of mush out my brows. I don't do anything else on my brows. I like to keep my makeup pretty simple, pretty natural, a little bit for the most part. Not too much. And I don't do foundation. Like, I'm sorry, but foundation is just not for me. I feel like it's just so heavy on my face. Like, even with, like, light coverage foundations, like, I just can't. And then, like, my skin is kind of somewhat oily sometimes. So then it just, like, comes off whenever I, like, touch my face. So I just like to keep it simple and just focus in on my eyes and my eyebrows, because those are, like, the main focal points of your face. But yeah, like I was saying, I think it's important for us to fellowship with each other. And, like, at the end of the day, like, not everybody's gonna be trendy or aesthetic. Like, sure, it's nice to have, like, trendy friends or aesthetic friends, but sometimes, like, that's just not the case. Like, your friends are gonna be your friends no matter what, you know? And, like, at the end of the day, if you're real friends, like, it won't matter what you look like or what your quote-unquote aesthetic is, you know? But yeah. And I just hate seeing people alone, because I wouldn't want to be alone at lunch or eating lunch alone or at an event and just there by myself, you know? Okay, now I'm gonna curl my lashes. But yeah, so as well as, like, one thing that's really big in, like, today's society is, like, judgment. And, like, I'm like one who also, like, judges people, but I'm trying not to, because, like, at the end of the day, like, who am I to judge? The ultimate judge is God. And my opinion really does not matter, you know? As well as, like, sure, I can say whatever I want, I can have my own opinion, but people don't have to, like, take my opinion into account. And if they do, that's on their own choice, on their own basis. And, like, that's what I do for myself, like, when people give me their opinion. Like, that's from their own account, you know? Not from my own, you know? And I don't have to follow their opinion. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the telescopic mascara from Grwm. I literally love this mascara to death. This is my second one. Usually it lasts me a pretty long time. So I'm just gonna put it on my top and bottom lashes to really make my eyes pop more. But yeah, like I was saying, and like I'm trying to get better at this, but I just want to love everyone. Oh, and I would love if everybody got along, but that is so unrealistic because we live in such a divided world, and it's so sad. Because I wish if we all got along, I feel like the world would be a better place, and it would just move along more smoothly. But of course, that's unrealistic, and that's never going to happen because we all have different opinions. We all come from different backgrounds. We all have different resources and access to things. So, really unrealistic. But I just pray that I somehow can impact the world in a good way, and that the people around me can impact the world in a good way, you know? I feel like we all have a purpose, because that is our God-given right. God has given us, each and every one of us, a purpose. He's given us talents and skills and gifts to use for our purpose. Whether that's creating art, connecting with people, speaking in public, you know, it doesn't matter, dancing, like anything you're good at, anything that you consider your talent or your gift or anything that you're good at is ultimately a gift from God. And maybe, like, it could even be, like, things you enjoy. And, like, you can even be that good at it. But there's ways to cultivate your gifts and to grow your gifts and to improve in your gifts. Because we all start somewhere. We all start as a little baby. And we grow up. And we find things that we're interested in. And then we either stick with those things or we go find new things. And ultimately, like, at some point, we all find something, at least one thing or a couple other things or just multiple things that we enjoy to do and that we continue to do, you know. And, like, I used to dance, and I love dancing, like, but, like, just being in the dance world was not for me. Just dancing professionally was not for me. But dancing for pleasure and just dancing just to worship God, like, that just feels a lot more fulfilling to me. you know? And like, I love people. I love talking to people. Again, like, I am such a social butterfly. I'm such a people person. So I just love connecting with people, getting to know new people, meeting new people at different events or places I go. And just like, even if we don't talk after that, just knowing that I met somebody new and just like kind of connecting with people. Like, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do after I get out of high school, but I think I want to go to college and university, not just to like grow my business skills, but I just want to, I feel like I have been called to do some sort of missionary work or pastoral work, you know, and just kind of like helping like people, like, oh, what is the word? Oh my goodness, I can't think. Helping people manage their finances and just helping people like either like small villages like create their own economy and like how to sustain that economy. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Burt's Bees coconut lip balm, chapstick, whatever you want to call it, and then I'm going to go in with, what shade do I want? Okay, I am going to go in with this lipstick from Estee Lauder's. This is Pure Color Envy 440. And so, yeah, I'm just gonna go in with that on my lips a little lightly. And then I am going to go in with the Fenty Beauty lip gloss. This is my favorite lip gloss, as you can tell, because it's well loved. So, and this is the shade Sweet Mouth. Absolutely love this lip gloss. Swear by it. And yeah, that's my get ready with me. Thank you for getting ready with me this morning, and thank you for just listening to some thoughts I have and just kind of listen to how I'm feeling.